Hello! Welcome to Essay Nights, the Essay Slayers. My name is Julie and I will be your instructor as we read through the adventures of Huckleberry Finn essay. The article source is embedded in the video description below. Feel free to read along. Please note that you can get a custom, plagiarism-free essay for as little as $10 a page at Essay Nights. The link is in the description. In the story A9AYTZ2HX4 Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, there are many problems that the characters face in the story. Near the end of the novel, Huck says, but I reckon I got to light out for the territory ahead of the rest, because Aunt Sally she unregistered trademark S going to adopt me and civilize me, and I can unregistered trademark T stand it. I've been there before. Huck does an unregistered trademark T seem happy with Aunt Sally asking him to go back with her. He did have times in the story where he likes to be with the widow and he could like being civilized if he gave it a chance. Huck does an unregistered trademark T want to be civilized. He wants to just do what he wants and be free, not having to be tied down. In the beginning of the story, Huck was jumping around from house to house. First he started with Pap at his house. Then Huck went to live with the widow at her house because he could not stand Pap, who was a drunk and would beat Huck all the time, and he just sold an unregistered trademark T ticket. Then when he moved from Pap unregistered trademark S to the widow unregistered trademark S, he didn't unregister trademark T like it there either. The widow tried to change him and make him something he was an unregistered trademark T. This is an example of what he means when he said, I've been there before. In the story you could tell that the widow was trying to keep him and have him stay there. It says, the widow found out where I was by and by, and she sent a man over to try to get hold of me. This shows that he just wanted to break free. Another reason that shows how Huck does an unregistered trademark T want to be civilized is in the quote. It says, Aunt Sally wants to adopt me and civilize me, and I can unregistered trademark T stand it. Throughout the story, Huck shows that he does an unregistered trademark T want to be civilized and just wants to be free. This is why he just escapes and goes down the river in the raft with Jim and fakes his death in the first place. In the book, Huck says, other places do seem so cramped up and smothery, but a raft done unregistered trademark T. You feel mighty free and easy and comfortable on a raft. This quote shows exactly how Huck is and loves to be by himself. This also relates to him not wanting to go and stay with either Pap or the widow when he was put in that situation. The other part says that he feels cramped and smothery when he's not in the raft. The raft gave him the freedom he wanted and got, and he was not about to go back to what he just escaped from with the widow. The widow and Aunt Sally wanted to do the same thing. My third reason why Huck does an unregistered trademark T want to be tied down and civilized is because of the experiences he had. By Huck faking his death, he was able to experience something he would have never have if he stayed where he was. One example was his encounter with the robbers. They were trying to pretend to be something that they are not, and Huck got to realize that people are an unregistered trademark T always what they say they are. Another experience was when they dressed up Jim to get away. And the biggest lesson that he learned was that it was the right thing to do was to not turn Jim in during the time on the Mississippi River to the people around them, saying that he is a fugitive slave. Also, he said that he does an unregistered trademark T care if he goes to hell if they find out what he is doing. This is a big thing for him to say because he actually believes in God in a big way and is very superstitious. This was a big step for anyone at this time. It was against the law to do what Huck did by attempting to reunite him with his family by going up the Ohio or even just staying with him. During this time period and where he was from, this was one of the greatest sins. Overall, I feel that this quote, but I reckon I got to light out for the territory ahead of the rest, because Aunt Sally she unregistered trademark S going to adopt me and civilize me, and I can unregistered trademark T stand it. I've been there before. Is very important and relates to the entire book in many different ways. It could show how Huck got to learn many different things on the trip, how he made a friend that he showed an unregistered trademark T have at the time the story was written, or it was just not the thing to do in this time period when the book was written. Huck does an unregistered trademark T want to jump from house to house because Pap is a bad drunk and the widow wants to have him tied down. In the quote, Aunt Sally want to do the same thing the widow tried to do. Through this, Huck got to learn new things and make more friends. Now we know that he just wants to be free and live his own life without people smothering him. Thank you for taking your time to listen to me. I hope you enjoyed learning about the adventures of Huckleberry Finn essay as much as I did. Kindly remember that you can get a custom, plagiarism-free essay at A9AYTZ for as little as $10. The link is in the description. See you next time.